you will suffer. So make it worth it. Pain is the price of being alive. Choose to suffer for something that builds you, not breaks you. This video is for those who are going through pain right now. You know who you are. Don't try to pretend like everything's okay, because it's not. If you could just get out of your own head sometimes, you would see what's really going on. I see it. Life has dealt you a bad hand. Things haven't been the same ever since. You know you'd choose differently if you could. But living like this, seriously tearing you apart. So listen to me very carefully. Whatever you do, don't surrender to it. You have to keep fighting. Why? Because pain is the price of being alive. We all have to pay it. Some people choose to pay it in full up front when they're young. Others let their balance roll over and compound until they're old. Either way, pain is a given. It comes to us all sooner or later. And when it does, you'll be glad you paid your dues. When you pay your dues, you'll have built yourself an immunity, a resistance to future pain. Let me give you an example. There was a time in my life when I was afraid of pretty much everything. Flying, public speaking, dogs, women, failure, success. I was crippled by anxiety. This went on for years. I felt powerless. Then one day, I decided enough was enough. I was tired of paying the anxiety tax, so I did something about it. I forced myself to do the things I was afraid of. I got on a plane. I talked to a group of people. I walked up to a woman and started a conversation. It was painful. There were a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of overthinking, a lot of second guessing. I didn't care. I kept pushing through it, and eventually it paid off. The anxiety lifted and a sense of calm replaced it. That was the last time I ever feared flying, speaking, or approaching women. I paid my dues to fear, and now it's gone. But here's the thing. Every time I avoid flying, every time I turn down a speaking gig, every time I see a woman and think, maybe not today, I'm reminded of why I never want to feel that way again. So even though I may not remember the details of the struggle, the pain becomes part of the foundation of who I am. When I build new things on top of it, they're more likely to last. Do you see what I'm getting at here? The point is this: suffering is unavoidable. It's part of the human experience. We all go through pain, and it seems pointless to try and avoid it. Because when we do, it only compounds and makes things worse. So don't run from it. Embrace it. Go towards the pain. Struggle with it. Try to make sense of it. Try to understand it. Try to learn from it. Turn it into fuel. Use it to build yourself, not break yourself. I know this sounds like nihilistic garbage, but it's actually one of the most practical pieces of advice you'll ever receive in your entire life. As a man, your default response to pain should be to use it to build yourself. And trust me, it's hard. But once you get the hang of it, it'll make you unstoppable. If you don't believe me, look at some of the greatest men who've ever lived. They didn't avoid pain, they embraced it. Take, for example, Viktor Frankl, the man who wrote the book Man's Search for Meaning. Spent years in a concentration camp during World War II. He lost everything: his family, his dignity, his hope. Yet he survived, and he went on to help millions of other survivors cope with their pain. Or take the example of Steve Jobs. He was kicked out of the company he founded. He was diagnosed with cancer and given only a 7% chance of survival. Yet he came back from the brink of death to deliver one of the greatest product presentations in history. The point is this: we're all capable of extraordinary things when we embrace our pain and use it to build ourselves. The question is, what will you do with yours? Will you let it break you, or will you use it to make yourself stronger? The choice is yours, so pick wisely. By the way, don't forget to show some love, and hit like for the algorithm to see the next best way to level up as a man. Also subscribe for more contents.